want to sincerely say I'm sorry. I heard a lot of people took offense about what happened. I shouted that people should leave. And if you have issues with me, please come and meet me.
I think you should just tell her. And I think you guys would have to like get used to her tone because
My tone is sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you. Sorry to
speak to people on a very neutral tone and not saying you understand my tone or no.
I would say very initiative, right? Of people that don't really give a fuck.
Right after breakfast, DAMILOLA came to address the housemates, saying she really wants to apologize for her harsh tone that she has been eavesdropping and hearing side talks on how people reacted to the way she behaved in the kitchen yesterday. She said, well, it's not personal, and here that's why she's apologizing. Like, if it was personal, she won't bother to apologize. And now, see, while she was doing this, she said, I don't know why I'm laughing. She said that the housemates should please try and get along, try and get used to her tone of speaking. That she usually speak in a harsh way. So they should please try and understand and get used to that tone. But CHINWE said no. You can't say housemates should get used to your tone of speaking. You have to tone it down. You have to do it on your own. Tone it down. Be nice to people. Talk in a polite way. That you don't have to try to be over nice, but just polite manner of speaking. If you want to tell people to leave the kitchen, you say it in a polite way. Don't say we should get used to your tone of speaking. And DAMILOLA in turn said, CHINWE, that you were the first person I apologized to. And CHINWE said, yes, I was the first you apologized to, but what I'm saying is you don't tell people to get used to your harsh tone. Rather, you do it on your own, like you work on yourself by toning it down. Meanwhile, some housemates pretended like they don't know what happened in the kitchen. They were like, oh, what happened? What's with the whole kitchen thing? And she said yesterday, while cooking, she told some people to leave the kitchen. And since then, people have been reacting. She could hear people having side talks about it. Well, Sean just told her that it all boils down to your manner of communication. That one thing about communication is that your tone, the tone you use in it matters a lot. And she said, well, moving forward, she does not plan to cook again. And Sean was like, no, not like you won't cook again. You have to cook now, but you just have to, be mindful of the way you talk. And Toyosi added something by saying, maybe you should try using please. When you add please, it might make it a bit polite. You're not saying please because you want to beg them, but rather a way of making the communication sound politeful. Meanwhile, DAMILOLA told the housemates that moving forward, in case of next time, instead of having side talks about her being rude, that you could just come talk to her and tell her directly. And I'm like, this is no longer sound like an apology. This one is sounding like when you're big. Because if you really want to make an if you really want to apologize, you should just do that and then move on. But giving conditions, it's taking away the whole meaning of apologizing. Anyways, away from Dami, my ship is just waxing stronger and stronger. Sean and WANI. In fact, Sean even had to help her apply her lip gloss, telling her how good she looks, asking about how was her night and all that. And I'm like, okay, love one tinty. And this is the same Sean that was saying on the first day, I don't really think there is anything in this house for me. I don't want to be feeding anybody dreams, blah, 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 blah. And Bobo, here you are. Anyways, love, it's a beautiful thing. Speaking of love, Ruthie and Mayor Frosh had some intimate conversation this morning while having breakfast. Ruthie shared about her last relationship, how it was toxic for her, and moving on, she just wants to have her peace for now. Ruthie said if she's ever going to go into any relationship now, she will take her time and make sure it's going to be on her own terms, as her last relationship wasn't like that. And when she found out her partner wasn't true to her, he was just lying, it's been already been too late, so she had to leave the relationship. But next one to come, she's going to enter the relationship with her clear eyes, her koro eyes. While Victoria and Toby spent their early morning discussing housemates, games, and strategies, Victoria asked Toby, who among the housemates do you think is really or are really doing too much for the house to notice them and love them? And Toby said, well, for him, he would say the same ways, that's Zion and CHINWE. That Zion is just all over there, and CHINWE as well is in everybody's face, trying to be all nice and all that. But to him, that the housemates are not really big on trying to be liked, or that it's more of people that don't give a damn, that don't even really care. And Victoria in turn said, well, she doesn't think CHINWE is trying to be likable and all that. From there, they talked about life before Big Brother and what they'll be doing after Big Brother. While Victoria said she would like to go into YouTube, learn editing skills and all that, Toby on the other hand said he would just continue from his content. He was working on stuff before coming in, so he would just take it up from there. Although you never can tell, being that anything can happen, people evolve, things evolve, so he might not really say much till when he leaves the house. And then he advised Victoria to speak more of her hustle. She should try and be more vocal, speak English, that you never can tell brands that are watching, especially if she plans to go back to her travel consultation job. She should be vocal about her hustle, talk about things she do, how she does them, that maybe an airline will be somewhere trying to work with her. You never can tell who the viewers are. Your husband might even be watching and all that. That's if person never could be her outside before getting into the house. And Victoria just laughed about it. Generally, it's just a beautiful, cool morning in the house, and the housemates are looking good as well. Let's see how the day unfolds. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Do have a lovely day.